So, I said I'm going to Weebly, but let's go to Symbaloo and talk about the checklist for just a minute. So, scroll to the top of live text and click on Continue to Step 3. And if you click on the checklist for Symbaloo at midterm, then you're going to see what you're expected to have. You know, correct grammar, it's worth 5 points. It's pretty important. If you make any grammatical errors, it's going to be 0 points on that level of the checklist. Next level, address the requirements of the assignment. Remember, I changed it so you need a minimum of 20 tiles. And I said try to have one from each category. And so you've met the assignment requirements, you've met most of the requirements. So maybe here you don't have 20, maybe you've got 19. You still are going to do well because you'll get a 4 on that. If you just did minimal work, in other words, you really haven't done anything, you just turned something in, it's a 2. And if you just didn't turn anything in, that's a 0. Next step, following directions. This is primarily about how you submitted the Symbaloo website in live text. So if you've got a clickable link, and you've listened to the verbal directions and you've got it going, that's going to get you a 5. The people that aren't here today will have to watch a video. There's not an in-between. It's either submitted correctly or it's not. Either I can click on the link and go, and I go to the right website, or I don't. Some of you may let me click on the link, but it takes me to just Symbaloo.com. Quality of the work counts 10 points. So if you'll notice, these things have a level, a weight of 1 on each level, and quality of the work has a weight of 2. So that makes everything double. So instead of 5, this will count as 10. Instead of 4, this will count as 8, and so on. That's the way that works with the checklist. Now, I'm not going over every checklist because if you remember, we have the checklist for all of these others are the same. I did repeat them so that I can click on them, and I will just go into those and I click and it turns that box into a blue box. And I'll show you this when you get your work returned. When it says green view assessment, we'll go over it and I'll show you how it will show you what you were rewarded points for. Okay, so let's go to the Weebly website. And on the Weebly website, that's your website, you want to be able to edit the website. And I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit clunky. In my opinion, it's a little bit clunky. So if you can, get to the website. You'll be logged in because it'll say log out. But get to the website where you can see, or get to the page where you can see the words My Site. And then right here it should say whatever your name is, Class Weebly. You don't want to click Upgrade, you want to click Edit. And you'll be able to go back and watch this video. I'll have it on the class website. Once you click Edit, then it's going to allow you to really work within your website. So, I want you to click Pages, and we want to click Newsletter. And save and edit. Now we're on the newsletter page, and over here you may have to cursor over for it to show. It's showing just a tiny bit, but you want to cursor over and you have a menu bar on the left side of the screen. The T stands for text. We don't want that. The next icon stands for structure. We don't want that. The next icon looks like music notes, and it stands for media. That's what we want. And we're doing the newsletter, and we're going to try using document. So click on document, and I've already done this, so it may not let me do it. Click on document and drag it over. It's a click and drag sort of thing, and it's going to give you, once you click document and drag it over, it's going to give you a screen that looks like this. This says this is a blank document. To upload a document, click here. If you just click anywhere in that space, it gives you this window. And you may have to scroll down a little to see it. Now click Upload New File. Now you can drag a document, but I think it'll be easier for us to just upload it from our computer. So click Upload a document from the computer, and then go find your newsletter. And click Open, and then it's going to upload your document into that space. And it should, I've got 2 or 3 files going here, so it's not really showing very well. There we go. Now, then click Publish. With Weebly, publish is how you save things. So click Publish, and let's see if it kind of holds. Okay, now it's telling us our website is published and how to get there. We already know that. So you can close that window out, and now let's go on and go back to our regular tab that we've got up here with our website, and click on Newsletter, and it should show our newsletter right there. And I've got multiple ones, so, because I did this yesterday also. Now, I think that's pretty clunky, but maybe you like that. Questions?
Yeah.
We're running out of time, by the way.
Okay. It said that the file format was not, it couldn't read it, so I had to convert it, and now it looks all messed up.
That's what mine
Okay.
is.
This is why I said we were going to have a backup plan in live text. That's why you loaded your newsletter in live text. Because guess what? We're not going to fight with this and try to make it work. If you want to mess with it, you are welcome to do that. But as long as I can see your newsletter in live text, I don't care if you have it in Weebly or not.
Do you want us to go ahead and save it? Or
Yeah.
publish it the way that it looks?
Yeah, go ahead and publish it, see what happens. It may straighten itself out. Now you're going to repeat this process for video. We're out of time, so I'm just going to tell you what to do next. So for the next, for video, you're going to, we tried this and it would not work any other way. We're not going to use YouTube. So you just click Document File for video. And the same thing, if you used a PowerPoint, same thing for the presentation PowerPoint, Document File. Okay? Now, HD video does not work. You have to upgrade, and that means pay money. If you want to just insert a URL to the actual Prezi or whatever, you can probably go here under Basic, and embed code is what you want for a URL. Okay, so publish is like saving when you're on Weebly. But let me re-emphasize, if you have these items in live text, you're safe. You're good to go. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing in live text and then we'll dismiss. It says assignment not submitted. It's not due yet, okay? If you don't have everything in it and you need to log out and then come back and work on it, you don't click Begin Using Template again. You go here to where you've already got the midterm portfolio created, and you double click or click on it, and you'll be right back where you left off. When you get ready to submit, You'll continue to step 3, but don't submit it unless you're ready for me to grade it. So if you submit it early, I may start grading it. So click Submit Assignment, and the red all turns to yellow or gold, and it will say Awaiting Assessment. You don't have to email me and say, hey, did you get it? It's going to show that you have submitted it. When you go back to your dashboard, it's going to show that it is awaiting assessment. It's kind of like tennis. You've just volleyed it over the net, and it's in my court now waiting for me to grade it. I'm going to grade it, and then you'll see View Assessment, and I'll be like sending it back to you in your court, volleying it back. Okay, time to go. Anybody got a question that everybody might benefit from? A quick question. If you have individual questions or problems, please stay so we can troubleshoot it. Remember, this is not due until a week from today, so if you have issues, we got a week to troubleshoot.